Hello and welcome to this episode of Talkin Trim. I'm Jonathon Skinner and today we are looking at the soft top convertibles of the MGA Roadster. So it's worth pointing out at this stage that the MGA Roadster soft top hoods were often supplied with three windows. So you have a central window, then you have one on the left and one on the right of the quarter areas there. However, some of the cars, the earlier cars I believe, left with a singular window. So this is that version there. We happen to have two of them going through at the same time. We can offer both styles, and like I say, most commonly the three window is the one that most people go for. The reason I've got this one upside down is we actually do offer as an optional extra a zip out rear window, as you can see here. So it folds back and it zips around. This is obviously the underside of the hood, i.e. the inside of the hood, so it zips all the way around there. We can offer that for the single window or for the three windows versions of the soft top convertible. Just bear in mind, obviously it's only the big central window that's ever the zip out versions. If they have the side windows, they are not zippable. We can actually offer that for quite a few soft tops in our range, so if that is of interest, just let us know. I can talk to you about them. Yeah, so like I say, with that spec detail out of the way, we've made both of these in deluxe mohair canvas, so it's the creme de la creme of hooding. We can also offer PVC Everflex. This one at the front here, this is our grey DMC, so it's a canvas material, whereas this is the black. Obviously this is the underside of the black here. You also get, as opposed in addition to the main section there, you get this finisher strip here. Now this is not for the header rail. A lot of people get confused on that. It's actually a flap to help stop a bit of draft and wind getting into the car. So see our website for details on that. We often get asked what that actually is for, so just bear that in mind. And then you also get the Heidem banding finisher and the associated, you've got some tacks in there and some of the relevant Heidem chrome end finishers and the other relevant female fixings. So we supply those all loose. We do not pre-insert them. That is a very dangerous game with soft tops and tonneaus. Yeah, so details of the hood. It's all sewn to original specification using patterns that we've used for many decades. So you've got, effectively, it's what we kind of refer to as like the three-piece style hood. So you effectively have the side channel bits here, left and right, and then the main central bits here. This back part here is actually sewn into a separate panel as well. And it's worth noting as well, because people do ask whether the zip out window affects the overall size, and it absolutely does not. It's exactly the same. If you look, you've basically got this rectangular shape here, which is exactly the same as on the non-zipped version, and all we do is change the inner part of that rectangular square, so it does not affect at all the overall size, so just bear that in mind. You've obviously got, going back to this one here, you've got all the French seams, top stitching details, and the way we stitch these is the correct way so that water flows off to the side. You obviously then have the side gutter channels that go around the B-post and the top of the windows. And then, common theme with a lot of soft tops of this era, but obviously prevalent on this MGA, the front end edge here is unfinished, which is correct. What that does is that gets tacked obviously to the head rail section of the car, and what we do here, you can see a faint white line. You can see it better on the black one. We do that on all of these soft tops that we supply in this method here, and that basically gives you an indication. This is what we consider to be rough excess material. Now obviously it depends on the spec of your car, it depends on how well you're fitting it, depends on the hood frame fitment in the car and the condition of the hood frame, all sorts of elements that go into the correct fitment of a soft top convertible hood. But that's basically the excess that you have. It's a good, I'd say, 2 inches there, so you've got room to play with. Any questions like that on how to fit these items, do contact us. It is a bit of an art fitting any soft top, and there's definitely a correct order in which you do it, including where you should be placing the fixings and when. So bear that in mind, because it's a bit of a one-way street, unfortunately, weather equipment items in that regard. So always best to check if you're unsure. Same again if your professional trimmer isn't sure. We make these things day in, day out. We know the tricks of the trade and, more importantly, the pitfalls. So although they might be experienced in other cars, if they're not particularly sure on this version, just tell them to contact us first and we can guide them through the basic principles, because like I said, it's a bit of a one-way street. But yeah, as you can see, very nicely made. We make a lot of these soft tops. We know our patterns work effectively. All you have to do is see our website for details and photos of this part actually fitted to various cars from all over the world, from all over the decades. So take that as comfort when ordering that we do know what we're doing. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, please remember to like, subscribe and share with other classic car enthusiasts. If you've got any questions, either email me directly or by all means put a comment in the comments field. And thanks for tuning in. See you next time.